In this video, we will continue to learn about formula auditing and some basic functions. Formula auditing is the process of reviewing formulas for accuracy. Excel automatically audits formulas as you enter them and when you open a workbook based on its error checking rules, which can be found on the File tab, Options, Formulas pane. When an error is found, Excel displays a small green error triangle in the top left corner of the cell. Click the cell to see the Trace Error button, and point to the button to see the screen tip about the error. The Trace Error button has a drop-down list with options for dealing with the error. However, there are some errors that Excel cannot catch. For example, if you type a formula that multiplies the values in two cells, when it should actually add the values, that is an error that you must find on your own. A circular reference is an error that occurs when a formula includes the cell address of the actual formula. For example, if the formula in cell B10 is equal B5 plus B10, the reference is considered to be circular. When you try to complete such a formula, a message box will open. The status bar displays the location of the circular reference, but Excel does not correct this type of error. A function is a named built-in formula. Like a formula, a function starts with an equal sign followed by the name of the function. Each function has its own syntax, its set of rules for correct execution. The syntax includes arguments, which are cell references and other elements necessary for the function to work properly. Excel functions are grouped into categories on the Formulas Command tab in the Function Library group. This group also has an Insert Function button, which opens the Insert Function dialog box. The statistical function category includes calculations that determine an average, a maximum, a minimum, and a count. These common features are options on the AutoSum button on the Home tab. The Formulas tab also has an AutoSum button with the same options. The average function calculates the arithmetic mean of a range of cells. The mean is determined by adding all of the values and dividing the result by the number of values. The average function ignores empty cells or cells that include only labels. When calculating an average, do not include totals in the range to be averaged. The count function totals the number of cells in a range that contains values. There are several versions of the count function available. Count A counts the cells in a specified range that contain any data type. Count blank counts any empty cells in a specified range. Count if counts the cells in a specified range that meet a criteria argument. The max function finds the largest values in a cell range, while the min function finds the smallest value in a cell range. Both functions are options on the AutoSum button. The Date and Time category has many functions for date and time arithmetic, for converting dates and times to values, and for controlling how dates and times are displayed. The Today function inserts the current date in the cell, and it updates each time the workbook is opened. It uses the computer's clock, and it has the syntax equal today, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. The parentheses are necessary, but there are no arguments that go inside the parentheses. The Now function uses the syntax equal now, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and it also has no arguments. In its handling of dates, Excel treats each date as a serial number, a unique value assigned to each date. Excel starts by setting January the 1st of 1900 as number 1. January 2nd, 1900 is number 2, and so on. January 1st of 2018 would be number 43,101. You can see the serial number for any date by applying the general format to the cell. The Auto Calculate feature is located on the bottom right side of the status bar. This allows you to see results of certain common functions such as average, count, and sum without actually inserting a function into the worksheet. This brings us to the end of this video.